So what is up everyone? Today I want to share with you what my steps are after purchasing a lens cleaning wise. Stay tuned. So, I've recently purchased this beast of a lens. It is a macro, I hope you can see that, macro Elmarit R f2.6 60mm lens from Leica. This macro lens is one of the best macro lenses available, and it even came with the original 1-to-1 adapter. So we have the lens up here and the adapter down there. This adapter alone, if you want to buy it, some places charge like 600 euros for this piece of metal down here. It's quite amazing how prices are in the Leica territory. Yes, as I've already told you, it is one of the best macros you can buy, but if you buy it online like me, even if you buy it from a photo store as I did, you will have a lot of grime on your lens. And today I want to share with you how I go about cleaning those lenses initially, so that I can use them quite happily a long time afterwards without any grime on them. The second thing I will show you is what you can do if you have a silver lens and you have grime on your silver, what the ways are to polish those out. Okay, so now let's have a look on the ingredients I use to clean my lenses. The first and best thing to do is you have to have washing gasoline. This stuff really is amazing if you have grime on your lenses. Oily stuff and everything, it just washes them away. What I use to put it in is an EOS lens cap. I have so many of them because they came all with my M42 adapters. So I use this one to put the washing gasoline in. The second thing I use is Q-tips to rub the washing gasoline on. You will need a lot of them because there's quite a lot of stuff on there. So now to the silver polishing. There are two different ways to approach this. I have a metal polish. It's called Akku Hochglanzpolitur. If you use that, then you will get a really shiny finish, which you might not like, because normally the lenses were not shiny, they were matte finish, but I oftentimes really like that, so I really often use this metal polish. The second way is to use a silver polishing cloth. This works quite well as well, and you won't lose the matte finish on your lens. Okay, so let's start by pulling in the washing gasoline. Pay attention to close the lid quite fast, because it will evaporate quite fast. Okay. So now let's do a little close-up. Okay, the first thing to do on your macro Leica lens is you have to take them a bit apart. So let's pull off those caps, and then you have to release the macro tube, the 1-to-1 tube. Therefore you have a latch down here, you put it down and then just screw the lens apart. So you can see it really just is a tube down here. There's not a glass element in there, and for this alone you can Leica charges 600 euros. It's freakingly amazing, the pricing point at the Leica lenses. Okay, so now let's take a Q-tip, put it in the gasoline, and now the first thing I do is I put it on the filter thread and I rub it along there. And there you see that. That is freakingly disgusting. So now this side of the Q-tip is unusable, so let's take the other side. As I've already told you, you will need quite a lot of Q-tips. Use a lot of washing gasoline, because it will evaporate, so you won't have any problems left. And there we go, the first Q-tip is already completely and utterly finished. Let's take a second one and go in the tube. That's not as bad as I thought it would be in there. That's quite okay. Not a lot of gunk in there, but still worthwhile to do it. You won't like the gunk of your pre-owner on your hands while using those lenses. That's not a pleasant thing. I use this washing gasoline to clean the lenses on the inside as well. Just a little bit. Yeah. So, after cleaning the front inside, let's go over the sides. Therefore, what you have to do is you have to focus your lens to the minimal focus and distance, which you can see it extends quite a lot, and then you go around and clean it. Pay attention for the little details. There are a lot of grooves on a lens, and they will hide the grime for quite a lot of time. Looking good there. So, the next thing to do is you will have to address those grooves. There are quite a lot of them, and you will have to address them in the right direction. So you work on every few grooves, you work it up alongside of those grooves. This is quite a hideous process, but you will need it, because in there is a lot of oils from the skin, because this is the main area where the pre-owner used the lens. We also can see a bit of wear on this lens, because there are a few paint chips, but that doesn't affect the amazing build and picture quality of this Leica lens. It really is outstanding. I've took a lot of pictures with it already. If I have enough pictures, I will do a review of it for this channel, but that will need a bit more time. This lens is quite new to me. I have it now for 2 weeks, so I'm still learning it. Okay. Now let's go over the focusing scale. Use a lot of washing gasoline. It will evaporate, so it won't hurt if you use it. And you will need a lot so that it works. It is really cheap stuff, but it works a treat with old lenses and cleaning them. Yeah. Okay, so after this part is clean, let's have a look on the mounting plate. What we have to do is we have to clean those grooves out quite a lot, because there is a lot of gunk sitting in there. So take your Q-tip, rub it with your cleaning alcohol, cleaning washing gasoline, and then work it around there. And what you will find is that there is a lot of gunk sitting under there. I'm quite happy that I do that. A problem that I find is that by using those Q-tips with this washing gasoline, that they will loosen from the stick. But that's not a big problem, because they cost like 20 cents per 200 so losing 3 or 4 in the process more than you would like is more than acceptable by such prices. And you can see there is a lot of gunk in there. So now this part of the lens is finished for my taste. If there were stuff in the lens itself, I would clean it, but I don't have to with this lens. So the next thing to do is, let's have a look at the adapter, the 1-to-1 adapter. This will need cleaning as well. So take your Q-tip and let's start from the outside. So you see, it's not that bad, but even though you will like to have a clean lens for using it. Okay, let's clean the aperture changing system. Okay, now let's have a look on the inside of this. Clean it in there, and there is a lot of gunk in there. You see that? That was quite necessary, in my opinion. I clean the mount for it on the inside as well, and it is quite dirty as well, so there is no harm in cleaning that thing. If there is too much gunk in there, you will have problems while adapting the lens to it. So it is not a wrong thing to clean it once in a while, something like every 3 years or something like that. That's not wrong, and as you see, it doesn't take that much of time. Now let's clean the tube on the inside. Cleaning this lens like that won't have a huge impact on your lens performance. It just will feel a lot nicer to use, and it is just a personal thing. You will feel the difference, and you will know that there is no gunk from the pre-owner left. It really makes a difference for me, and you will have a lot more fun using it. And as you see, the outer mechanism has a lot of gunk as well. Okay, so the last thing to do is you take your lens caps, clean them. I leave this marking on there because it shows me where I have to line the lens up correctly for using that. That's not a bad thing. Okay, and last but not least, our lovely Leica front cap. which is looking awesome in my opinion. I really do like it. Okay. There we go. So my cap is quite empty. So let's have a look at polishing a bit of the silver. Okay, now let's use this macro lens to show you the gunk on my silver lens a bit in detail. Hope you can see that. It's quite hard to free hold the lens in front of a lens with such a narrow depth of field, but you can see the grime on here, can't you? There's quite a lot of it. So let's have a look on the cleaning method. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to clean it with our silver polishing towel. So we go in there and rub it. I oftentimes use my fingernails to get into the grooves, and as you see, there is a lot of gunk in there, and we can bring it out quite well. So what you can see is there is a bit of grime going away, but not as much as I would hope to. So the next thing is to take an old toothbrush. Okay, so for the next step, I've already told you, you need an old toothbrush. You need the Eco polish, and you will need a bit of toilet paper to put the excess off. So the first thing to do is you take your metal polish and your toothbrush, and you put a bit on it. And then it is as easy as rubbing it onto the parts which need it. When the paste turns black like it does here, take your toilet paper and rub the excess off. Pay attention if you have stuff like it on your lens, on the glass elements of your lens. Put them off, because you don't want to have scratches on your glass elements or even destroying your coating on it. So here you can see what a difference stuff like that makes on a lens. It makes it look like new. It shines bright and it looks really stunning. So if you take a bit of time, then your lenses can look stunning. You will need that time. This is not an easy process. It is quite time consuming, but I think the results speak for themselves. So let's do it with another piece on here. So you take a bit more of your polishing and let's have a look. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see the grime under here. So let's take a toothbrush and work it in. So now let's take it off. So, and you can see the gunk that was under there is gone. So you can see with a lot of time and a little bit of effort, your lenses will look stunning. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye bye.